Is it only me carrying a lot of stuff to work? Do I enjoy working night shift? Yes and no. I like the pace, but I don't like that I lose sleep. I'm just trying to work around that as much as I can and doing the best I can with what I have until I can get a position during the day. If you're a new grad, yes, you will start at night shift. That's the majority of the time, statistically speaking. But in metro areas, especially New York, where right now the job market is trash, it is really hard for you to get a day position. So that's it when it comes to nursing and working night shift. So if you ever try to become a nurse or are considering, please be mindful that you may have to work nights. So there's a big chance that you may have to, especially if you're new with no previous medical experience. Got to work, so I'll see you guys when I see you. It's 2 a.m. right now. The unit's really quiet, so it's been a pretty quiet day. When it's quiet, you don't talk about it. See you guys when I come up. I just got to the gym, so pretty tired, but we gotta get a workout in. Workout complete. I'm so tired. Good morning, guys. It is now about 4 p.m. I fell asleep around 11. When I got home, I just ate. I was so tired that I couldn't vlog. I had like four and a half hours of sleep, and I'm going to sleep tonight, throughout the night, because I'm back tomorrow. So today's Wednesday, I'm back tomorrow night. Sorry, today's Tuesday. I'm back Wednesday night and Thursday night. And that's going to be it for the week after that. But right now I'm eating some food. However, I am going to be making my meals for the next 2 days. I just prep the meals for the next 2 days, and that's how I work when it comes to meal prepping. This is dinner for tomorrow, dinner for Thursday night, and some rice for the next couple of days. And these are pretty boring meals. It's basic protein, carbs, and vegetables. And I add some fat by adding avocado. Mindful of what you put in your body while working nights, and both on the amount that you eat and what you eat. So, good morning, everyone. It is now Wednesday. It is about 8:20. I just had breakfast and some coffee, and I return back to work tonight and tomorrow. So these are the 2 last shifts of this pay period, and I'm off the weekend, and I'll be back next week on Monday. Looking forward for a weekend. I usually don't adapt to a night shift so well. Like, I don't keep the night shift on me on my day off, if that makes sense. Like, I don't stay up at night. I'm not a night owl. I flip-flop. It's probably worse, yeah, but at the end of the day, my body is just naturally, I'm a day person. So as soon as I can, I'm just going to transition to a day position. And for now, I just have to suck it up, because the New York City market is so bad that you have to take what comes first. And honestly, to stay mentally sane and actually learn and transition to day shift, night shift is a better starting point for those that are new to the profession, new to healthcare in general, and have zero experience. But even then, if you have experience as a PCA or something like that, being a brand new nurse, it's a better environment to learn at nights, because it's just slower, and time management is one of the complaints that most new grads have. And honestly, if you work in healthcare, it does not go hand to hand many times with a regular sleep schedule. So that's just the nature of the profession. In case you want to get into this, you have to be aware that you might have to work nights, and that's one of the costs or features. So cost is not something negative. It's just a feature of the labor of the job itself, if that makes sense. But anyways, I'm just going to do some assignments from school. I'm still working on my bachelor's degree. I did graduate from my associates, and I'm just gonna relax for the rest of the day and take it easy. And I do have a genuine question. Like, if you're a guy out there working nursing or just healthcare or working nights in general, don't you see your facial hair like growing so fast when you work nights that you have to shave more often? Or is it just me? Hello again. It is around 5:25, and I'm eating my pre-work snack. I'm not really too excited to go to work, but because I'm kind of tired, but I gotta push through these 2 days because I'm going to be off the weekend. Okay, so funny story that happened to me a couple days ago. I had this patient. She was post stroke, pretty old lady. I think she was in her 80s. And I floated to this unit, which is a physical rehab unit for patients in general. Like they deal with post surgery, and they do like physical rehabilitation, a lot of physical therapy and all that, pain management, and that's the focus of this unit and the patient population that you will get. So she was recovering from ACVA, and I noticed that she had a altered mental status from what I was given when I was given a report from the previous nurse, and she was also on a safety watch. So PCA was with her because she could get agitated. She also had Cypressa, PRN, and when I got into the room, she was very lethargic. But the family was at the bedside also, and confirmed that she was just up and dance and laughing and talking during the day. She was bed rest though. So when I come in the room, I introduce myself, and this is the second day that I had her. So I speak to the family a little bit of what happened during the day, and when I come later I leave the room, and then when I come later to give my medications, I noticed that she was even more lethargic. She wasn't responding to voice or tactile commands or stimuli. So I asked if we can call an RRT, and everyone agreed. We called the RRT, a rapid response. When they come to the bedside, we get the Zoll machine going, blood pressure, vitals. We get the leads on her, and everything. All the vitals were fine. She was hypertensive. Her blood pressure went up to the 220s, but she was having like a baseline of 160, 170, so it wasn't that big of a jump because she was already hypertensive. All her medications were baby dosed, and they didn't adjust it. That was going on for maybe 24 hours or a little bit more than that. But when the APP came in, she was a nurse practitioner. We tried to arouse her by touch, no answer, no response, and she just went and pinched her on the left nipple. And everybody just laughed. She woke up pissed. She started yelling. She threw she threw a punch. Actually, she hit the APP, and it's painful, yeah. But at the end of the day, you gotta try to see or rule out if this is a problem with a relapse from the CVA or something like that, or the patient is actually playing games, which she was. Even after the fact, she was playing games. When it comes like, just being lethargic and making it seem that, playing games pretty much, just acting out. So it was all fun and giggles after that, because the family, when they told them what we did, and it was a good outcome. But next time, if you want to rule out whether this patient is having a relapse from ACVA, or is having another stroke, or perhaps something else when it comes to the brain or the cardiovascular system, try to arouse them before, because I'm not sure if we're allowed to do those things, but the APP went for it, and she returned to baseline right then and there. Her patient stayed at the unit, and I saw her, I think 2 days after, and she was fine. I was floated to the same unit because they're busy. They needed people, and I've been floating there for the past maybe 2 weeks. Probably I'm going there again, but the end story is just try to arouse your patient, because you can rule out a lot of things, and you can actually prevent calling an RRT. I just didn't know. I did a sternal rub, which is basically rubbing their chest with my knuckles. Usually patients respond to that, but not always. And that's what I've been seeing other nurses do, to arouse patients, just by doing the sub. If tactile or verbal stimuli, like other stimuli, doesn't work. So yeah, I'm gonna go into work. Probably see you guys when I'm on my break. Who knows when? But let's pray and hope for an easy day today. It's 1:30 a.m. right now, and this is how quiet the unit is. having a great night so far. I just got home. It is now 9:05 a.m. I got caught up with a meeting with my manager, and I'm tired. I'm just gonna go eat, go to sleep. I'm going to wake up later to do some cardio before I go to work again. So tonight is my last shift of the week, and I have the weekend off, like I said. Good morning. It is now 4 p.m. I slept about 5 hours, not so much, but I gotta get up. I am going to do 30 minutes on the bike, and didn't have time to go to the gym actually, so I'll go tomorrow after my shift. I'm gonna drink some coffee and do my workout and then eat and go to work. 30 to 35 minutes here. Okay, so I met with my manager. I got some good news, meaning that I have the green light to transfer to a day position. I am going to start applying, and I'm very happy because it also reflects that I am in a good position when it comes to my performance. It's going to be 5 months in a few weeks that I am working for a hospital with no previous medical experience as a new grad nurse. It feels like I've been there for longer because you just experience a lot and soak in so much information in a short amount of period that it's crazy. But also it's very rewarding because you put in the work and you also everything clicks and you kind of pick up the rhythm of the job, which by nature is not something that can be easily done. Many people, matter of fact, don't end up doing well and kind of after orientation just fall and have problems with time management. Just yesterday, like we had a small meeting with my educator with another RET that is almost coming off orientation, and they were asking me for tips on how I managed to be efficient with time management and all that, which also reflects, like I said, on my performance and the good feedback that I received all around. You are going to make mistakes because you're new. That's inevitable. You just have to find tools to deal with the mistakes psychologically, but also not to stay in that state of mind of guilt or negativity, if you will, and move on from there into improvement and better things when it comes to patient care and owning to your mistakes and also learning from it. And it's like make it like a once and done thing where you made the mistake, you won't repeat it again. So that's my advice for all the new grads out there, and wish you nothing but success, because still going through it, I'm still learning things every single day. Especially when it depends on where you work, but being afloat, it's unique because you don't know where you're going to be sent, and sometimes you don't get enough to certain units or work environments where you're always going to be learning constantly, and you are going to always experience things for the first time, if that makes sense. So I'll catch you guys later when I'm on my break probably, and let's pray again for a good shift. So it's about 1 a.m. I just had some food. I need some fruit right now. It's been a crazy night. They called 3 RRTs on this unit, which is typically slow because it's a rehab unit or something. Something dropped in my eye. Mandarins. But I'm having a nice section so far, so hopefully it stays like that. Officially out. It is about 8 a.m. right now. I'm on my way to the gym. I am committed to stick to my workouts. It's hard because I'm tired. I only had 5 hours of sleep yesterday during the day, but gotta get it done. I am training legs, so wish me luck. It was a crazy day actually. 3 rapid responses. Patients were transferred to other units, more higher acuity, and we had a fall during the night also. One of the patients fell. So pretty rough night for the team itself. We were all hands on. I was helping putting IVs and all that, and with whatever came up. And it took me a while to get report, but it's okay. Now we're out and we're off for a couple of days. So I'm going to try to enjoy everything. I might vlog about the workout, but I might not. I'm just tired. So if I don't vlog about the workout, I'll end up the video here. Thank you again for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next week with another vlog of my nursing adventures. Peace.